What's going on, Libra? This is your girl, Venus Archangel, here with another love reading for y'all. Looking like you guys are avoiding something or not being straight up right now. Let's go ahead and get started with this. Welcome back, Libra. Let's go ahead and get started with your reading. So the underlying energy is the Seven of Swords. Y'all, what's going on? Okay, so I think there's either, I don't know if you guys are being straight up about something. There's something that you guys are not being honest about. And I don't think you guys are lying in a malicious sense. I think it's just trying to kind of get you through a difficult situation. I don't know if you guys are lying. I don't know. I think something tells me that you guys are trying to avoid the truth to kind of get you through something, or you're not addressing something because you don't think you can handle this transition. I don't think you can handle. I think that's what you guys feel like you can't handle this. Strength is showing up to tell you that you guys do have the inner strength to get you through any difficult situation that you come across. Okay, it doesn't matter about the situation. It doesn't matter about, how many times you've been through this. I don't know if this is a recurring situation, but I do know is that you do have the strength. You guys are strong. Whatever you're going through, you can push through. You just have to believe that, okay? And you guys are already in the process of doing that. But the way to kind of get you through the situation is to be honest, is to really be true to yourself. Seven of Swords is not going to help you do that. So the whole underlying energy is that everything is false. So everything that I'm pulling up here, everything that, I think this underlying energy, this reading that I'm pulling up, this could be the avoidance. This could be about the avoidance and how the story about why you're avoiding it, why you're avoiding something to get you through a difficult situation, right? So let's go ahead and get started with this. You also have the star underneath that as well. So this is about healing. You guys are trying to heal, but how are you guys going to heal if you're not going to be honest? How are you going to heal if you don't really see the situation for how it really is? And I don't, like I said before, this is not a malicious kind of thing. I think it's just truly just try to get you through something because you don't feel like you can handle it this time. Okay, hold on, Libra. We're going to get you through this, okay? Now, the heart of your reading, you guys have the Seven of Pentacles. You having doubts right now. There's doubts about the work that you put in, the work that you work so hard for, right? You're not seeing the results, you're not seeing the fruits of your labor at all. Okay, and I think you're having a situation or a kind of a existential crisis right now because all the hard work you put into the things that you do, the relationships that you put in, all that hard work, right? Okay, you're working hard, you're working diligently. Why isn't things clicking? Why aren't you getting what you're wanting? Why are you just doing the hard work but not getting anything? It's frustrating, right? It's super frustrating. And I think the reason why you're not seeing the results for your labor is because there's something lacking in the relationship. There's something that's not being addressed in the relationship right now. There's something that's just not connecting between the two. There's still a relationship here, but there's something that's lacking in the relationship that needs to be addressed. Something truly needs to be seen here. There could be a lack of emotional support here. That's what I think it's saying. There's a lack of emotional support, and I'll tell you why. This could be no financial. This could be like physical support. Like there's no like there's just no contact. But like I said, there's still a relationship here. There's still stuff that you can work on. But I think the reason why you're not getting a progression of anything, that you just kind of like work and no reward, is just because the attention is not on the right stuff. Okay, so in the past you have the Ten of Cups. So this is basically telling me that in the past you had, I think things were good. Things were emotionally really satisfying. Everything was perfect. You had a wish fulfillment. So there's a connection between you and someone. I feel like there was just pure bliss in the past, right? There's something that was wonderful Okay, I think you had great energy here with someone that you liked. This could have been, this could be with friends. This could be like think this is a relationship. I mean, I feel like you guys could have made new friends in the past. You guys could have met someone or reunited with someone that you feel such a deep connection to. Let's see. What is the Three of Cups in the past? Three of Swords. Ooh. Well, that's weird. Okay. Thank goodness. Hopefully this was not a third-party relationship, y'all. Third party. I think there was a completion. For some of you guys, there could have been a completion of a cycle. Maybe not bliss and happiness, but I think there was an ending of something emotionally due to some sort of unfaithfulness. Oh, okay. So the Seven of Swords don't necessarily have to be you. You guys could be avoiding the situation because you don't feel like you can handle it. I still think that. But I also think that the reason why you can't handle it is because of a lie. Is because of something not being straight up. Okay? This could be a lack of fidelity. A lack of loyalty. In the past, I think it kind of imploded. But the Ten of Cups is a very good card. So it's just hard for me to believe that there was a third-party relationship. Could have been. Some of you guys could have had a third-party relationship. But I think that maybe there was some issues in regards to the relationship that you had. But can you just give me another card to kind of definitely clarify that this is a third-party relationship, because I don't like going there. Give me another card if this is a third-party relationship. If not, explain the Three of Cups for the Three of Cups for the Ten of Cups. Seven of Swords, Three of Cups, and the Ten of Cups. I hope I said that correctly. Give me the information I need, please. Sorry about my tongue, guys. I'm a little thirsty, but I will get some water in a moment. Okay. So I think there was a period where you guys needed to take a break and take a moment to rest. Or there was something that was just something stagnant in the relationship as far as communication, as far as emotions. I think there's just a static energy here, and I think that's what's caused the Three of Swords. So there was just something not happening. There's a pause in the relationship. I think there was a time for you to kind of reconnect with yourself. There's time for them to reconnect with themselves, the person that you're with. I think there was just something that was going on in the relationship that needed a break. And I think this is why the Three of Cups is up here, because I think in the past there was something happy that kind of happened after such a static time. So something wasn't moving, something wasn't progressing in the way it needed to. But for some of you guys, it still could be a third-party relationship, and it kind of an emotional cycle completing itself in regards to like this situation. But for some of you guys, there could be like a pause in the relationship, and this reunion brought you guys a little bit of happiness in the past. So this person, regardless of what was going on past, pains wise, they still kind of made you feel happy. I think even if they did have a third-party relationship, or there was a third-party relationship, there's still some sort of love or connection with this person. Okay, now because of this third-party relationship, or this pause in the relationship, or the cycle ending, I think you're trying to figure out exactly where to go from here. The cycle ended, basically. I think just something just wasn't working out. I think it's a third-party relationship, where there's just something that was stagnant, and it just kind of caused a lot of pain, or it triggered a pain or a past issue in regards to a past relationship that just kind of made you guys seem like you guys were platonic. So either it was a third-party relationship, or the static energy from the Four of Swords caused some ripple effects to pick up some past pains from your past relationships or their past relationships, and kind of developed a friendship instead of a relationship. So that kind of ended a romantic cycle for you guys. It could have been because there's nothing blossoming from that. There's nothing happening. So I think that's definitely what's happening here. Okay, so now you guys are trying to figure out what to do now. Where you're going to move to next. Where you're going to make the next step. You guys are trying to figure out where your heart lies, where your passions are. And I think because of everything that just happened in the past, third-party relationship, just no kind of growth in the relationship at all, possibly even. You're trying to figure out from ending a cycle, an emotional cycle, a relationship, something that happened that's ended. You guys are trying to figure out a path to move forward to you. Okay? You're trying to find excitement, trying to find something that gets your spirits going, because things were stagnant. Things were not moving, man. This is boring. Boring. Super boring. And you guys had to deal with that. So now you guys are in the present. You're like, what the heck? I need some sort of energy up in here. I had nothing going on. What in the world? All I get is drama. I think that's what's telling me here. You guys just keep getting drama after drama after drama. Y'all like, can't we have some fucking fun for once? Can we just like enjoy our lives? We don't live to be in pain. So I think that's what. Let me see. Why is the two of wands coming up? I know why, but like, what other information can we get with the Two of Wands? Oof. The Hermit. Yeah, you guys are trying to rediscover yourself, rediscover passions. You're trying to soul search, figure out where you need to go for yourself. This is something, oh man, this is something deep. You guys are reconnecting with yourself, and this is something, this is something internal that you're going through. You're trying to figure out who you are and what makes you feel like life exists again, like within you. Okay? Jesus, man, Jesus. Alright, I think that's what, the ending of that cycle was pretty, I don't think it ended very well. It ended on good terms, that's what it looked like. It's, because if it was a 10 of swords, I'm like, ooh, yeah, something happened, and you're just, like, trying to recover. I think you're still trying to recover, because, obviously, the ending of that is not easy. But I think also, you just pent up, man. Alright, I think you guys are just pent up right now. You guys need some excitement, something fun. You need a new passion. You need something to strive for, something to begin. If you guys haven't ended the relationship, there's a series of your life within the relationship that is just not working anymore. And you're having to figure out what to do next. Where are you going to go? How are you going to make this work? Because right now, this ain't working. You have to figure out what you need to do for yourself. And that's where the Hermit comes up. You got to, ultimately, you still have to figure out what you need to do for yourself. Now, I don't know if you guys broke up with anybody. I don't know if something ended. I think some emotional cycle ended in regards to honeymoon phase. Probably that ended. Right now, that's where the nitty gritty kicks in. Where are you going to go? How are we going to do this? What do you want? What do you feel like you need? It's always, that decision needs, the decision within yourself needs to be made before you can make that outside decision. You got to make that thing happen for yourself. What do you guys need for yourself? Right? So I think that's what you guys are doing right now. If you guys didn't end the relationship, because I don't see the ending of a relationship here. You guys got the Five of Pentacles. That's still a relationship. Right? Struggling. It's hard. You're not seeing no progress, but you still got each other. Okay? Now, I think you guys just need to figure out, what you want. Yeah, and figure out some fun. There's too many cards that fell out. That's really interesting. The Knight of Cups came up, and I put them back. So, I don't know. Yeah, okay. We got it. We understood it the first time. Seven of Pentacles. Goodness gracious. So, pretty much all in all, you're trying to figure out what your passions are. You're trying to figure out what you want. You're trying to figure out, like, what makes you feel good. Okay? Where's the romance? Okay? Okay? Well, you're trying to figure out within yourself which direction to take. And I think where you're kind of heading up towards, I think the biggest thing that's kind of concerning me about your future and how you guys see it, because I can only pull what you guys feel your future is going to manifest to be, is the Four of Cups. You guys have a lot of offers, or you guys are going to be receiving offers, and it's just not going to be exciting. It's just not going to show any leveling up from what you've kind of experienced already. Like, you want a high of, not really necessarily a high, because it's not appropriate, really. I'm trying to say, like, you guys want something that surpassed what you've already experienced. You want something that is new and exciting, but doesn't resonate with that doesn't like can like feel like the stuff that you kind of already been through. You don't want the same crap. And I feel like you feel like the future is a little apathetic because everything just looks the same. Everything just seems like it's the same. You're gonna just keep getting the same stuff. What is the point? And I think that's why you guys have the Seven of Pentacles here. You guys have worked so hard. It's like the future's like, am I gonna get the same stuff over and over again? Like I said, you guys keep getting hit with drama and drama. It's like, what's the excitement? Where's the love? I can't keep working as hard as you can. You know, I think what it comes down to is that I think honestly too, you understand your emotions a lot better now. I think with you developing this, with you kind of like trying to make a decision about where to go and doing the soul searching, you're not only gonna, I don't know if you're necessarily gonna feel apathetic about your future. You could. I mean, you have the potential right here. But ultimately, with the Four of Pentacles, it doesn't just mean apathy. It means complete and utter understanding, or having an emotional foundation for yourself. Like you feel like you've made a foundation for yourself emotionally. Your emotion plateaus. So like it's even keel. Okay? So impress. You know, you gotta feel impressed. You gotta be like, hey, is this gonna work for me or what? I don't know. So I think honestly, if you get to this point, I think it's imperative to try to think outside the box. I think you're gonna feel a little stuck emotionally. You're not gonna be sure what to do. But to remember that, you know, there could be an offer that could be received, that you could gain. There could be something that's presented to you. And even though it may look the same, keep an open mind. Because this is what this card is always pretty much, you know, saying. It's like, keep an open mind right now. What's happening, what you're feeling, apathy, understandable. Everything that you kind of had to go through right now, it seems like it just does not blossom in the way you expect it to. Keep an open mind. That's pretty much all I'm pretty much saying. Is that your future is going to look kind of like how you see you guys' future. I understand, considering everything that you've been through, but just keep an open mind. You might be surprised by what this cup has to offer. So, everything that, you know, this path that you go through within your relationship or single, just, you know, if there's something different, if there's something that looks the same, just try it out. Just try it out. Just try it out. See where it leads you. See where it leads you. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and pull actually some clarifiers for the future. Let's see here. Eight of Pentacles. So it's like it's weird. So right here, to clarify the Four of Cups, you guys have the Eight of Pentacles. So it's progress. I think it's working through a series of kind of getting to where you want to be, getting to what you want. I think you're trying to still figure that out at this point. I think you're deciding where you want to go within. So when it comes to making a decision about what you want to do with the Three of Cups, because the support that you have in the past, it's painful to remember. And you happen to because I mean, I think you have stagnant energy with this past issue. Like, there's nothing happening. So, and it's very platonic. So I think what's going to get you to be to that place where it's more than just a friendship, right? And I think that's where the work comes in. I think with you figuring out, you know, with you working so diligently and focusing in the moment, I think you guys are going to figure out exactly what you want, as well as making a decision, as well as being surprised by what you decide. Okay, being surprised by what you gain. All right. So let me see what else with the Four of Cups. What other information can we get for the Four of Cups? What is the Four of Cups? What is the cup offering? The cups, the Ace of Cups. Sorry, the Four of Cups is offering the Ace of Cups. I mean, like, look here. It's offering the Ace of Cups, a new way of feeling, a new beginning in the way that, you know, in regards to emotions, a healing. And I think that's why the Eight of Pentacles comes up, is because the hard work that you put into your situation is something towards something new, something that's blossoming. Where you are from, you're trying to begin the new start. You just don't know where to go. You don't know inside yourself which direction you want to go. But because you'll be working in the moment, and whatever decision you decide to take, you're going to be working hard at it. So this offer of love, this offer of emotional support or healing, whatever, this one's different this time, okay? That in the future. So if you ever hit that point, right? You hit that point where you're like, I'm working so much, nothing really is exciting to me. Try something new. You might be surprised at where or how the cup kind of comes into your life. Okay? Queen of Swords. Okay? So I think you'll be more in your truth too. So I think the cup is pretty much showing you your truth, or somehow this cup is going to make you really challenge your beliefs and challenge your thoughts. The Queen of Swords, she knows her truth. She follows her truth. And she's very clear about how she communicates. I think if you can clearly communicate what you're looking for and can clearly communicate your truth, you'll notice and you'll figure out what exactly it is that you're looking for. And it'll make the decision or this feeling of being stuck a little more easier to get out of. Because the one thing too to remember, the Queen of Swords, she's very open-minded as well. She'll take anything as long as it's honest. So as long as you keep, you have your integrity, you know your boundaries, and you understand your truth, I think you'll find it easier to embrace the future a little bit more, to really, despite everything looking the same, I think that advice will help you to recognize the situation that's coming, or recognize the situation that's coming and to try something different, okay? Now, in your crowning energy, because I'm not going to hold on to that part no more, you know what I'm saying? I've been going on for a while. In your crowning energy, you have the King of Cups. So this is about this ideal lover, the ideal lover. He's very romantic, he or she, okay, since this is a general reading, okay? This is somebody that is, what am I trying to say? Someone that's very in their field, someone that's open emotionally. Now, in the past here, you had some static energy, right? Those the platonic energy, the pain, and then static. Okay? So, all that stuff was happening. Nothing was happening. Nothing was really deep. Nothing was really emotional with this. And I think with the King of Cups being in your crowning, I think this person, these externals too, okay? He or she, this ideal person, I think is toward, the emotional side. Someone that understands their emotions, but doesn't control their emotions so much that they can't express that. Okay? Let's see here. What additional advice can I give the King of Cups? Because that's really not telling me anything. Oh, 7 of Pentacles. Okay. I think what you're trying to gain, or what you're trying to work toward, is somebody that's emotionally available, that's emotionally open. Because the King of Cups, he's emotionally open. He's able to receive messages and intuitive advice this way, because he's so sensitive and so open to his emotions. If you can figure out what you want as far as a person, as far as your ideal lover, this is the person that you need to be more open emotionally, to communicate how they feel, like the Queen of Swords, like in your future, I think what you want is communication, the intellectual stimulation. That's what Queen of Swords needs. Communication. That's what's going to keep her going. That's why her pair is the King of Swords, because he can communicate clearly. He's very good at communicating. He's very excellent. Very good at conveying ideas and perspectives and having intellectual conversations. The King of Cups, however, may not be the most chattable, the most chatty, but he's the most compassionate, the most caring, the one that feels the most, the one that is connected emotionally to you and spiritually. And I think what you're trying to get to, where you want to go, is the King of Cups. But I think I think that's where the reward is. I think that's the true reward. The hard effort, the work that you're putting in is through emotional support, right? You know, that's the heart of the reading. That's pretty much the Seven of Pentacles. You know, you're trying to get to the end game. You're trying to figure out if this is worth the effort, because you're struggling in the emotional support aspect. Maybe there wasn't much emotional support that you like in the past. Like, I think that's what triggered it. Like, maybe you had a relationship in where you didn't have a lot of emotional support, and it just kind of like teetered out because there was nothing happening. So now you have to figure out where your passions are. You have to rediscover your feelings because it's almost neglectful in how it was handled, you know? So not dealing with it or just kind of trying to sneak away, maybe that's what it's all about. Maybe the situation that you have to look at is painful. You have to do it for yourself. I mean, you can skip away and not deal with it and not focus on it and not see it for what it is. Oh, you want to. But you're going to be, I mean, if you look within yourself and you recognize the problem, recognize the pain, recognize the hurt, those will give you the ideas and the direction that you need to go. Your future looks apathetic. And I think it's because the underlying energy is the Seven of Swords. There's not really looking at something clearly. Seeing something for what it truly is. If you delve deep and understand that you can handle it. Understand that you do have the strength to get to, to have hope and healing. That is what you do. You see the problem and you address the problem. No matter how hard it is, no matter how sad and hurtful it is. Because trust me, Libra to Libra, I got it. I'm in the same boat. You know what I'm saying? But if we don't address what is in front of us, if we don't address why we're in pain, if we don't address why we're just so indecisive and don't know where to go, and don't have the apathy or the beginning to we don't have any hope for the future, it's because we don't want to see it. We're going through the same exact thing, and it's not an easy thing to go through. It's not. Okay? Totally not. So I think what we need to understand is that our emotions are important. And that even if it is painful to look back, it'll make the work that we do a lot easier and help us put our focus onto what we want to build and help us live more in the moment instead of trying to see, okay, if I'm doing this and I'm not getting what I'm trying to build here, then what's the point? We just have to build a boundary. You have to figure out what exactly we want in a person that we want for ourselves. Male or female. Okay? So, a lot of this is just really just figuring out. Just figuring out what we need to figure out. Not dodging the truth. Not dodging what hurts us. But addressing it head on. Because the Seven of Swords, it doesn't necessarily have to mean lies. It doesn't mean sneaky or trying to dodge something. It could be taking a risk. You could be we're taking a risk right now, going back and just kind of exposing ourselves to the pain. We can do it. And that's what this reading's all about. Taking a risk, doing something that we're not comfortable with. Going back. Measuring it out. Figuring out what we need to do. Now, in your wisdom, your whispers of love, you guys have like attracts like. And it says, if you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. So, that is pretty much why the situation like this, like why we're trying to figure out where our passions are and look within. Because if we have what we want in our hearts, if we want love and we want to express love and be more, if we want someone that's emotionally open, we have to reflect that in our work. If we don't reflect it in our work, we're just going to end up like this again. Okay, the person that we want, the person that we feel like that we want in our lives has to reflect. It only reflects how we feel within. So if we can express how we feel, then we can bring that in. We can bring that person in, even if it is the person in a relationship. If you feel loving, you feel emotionally vulnerable, and you show that you are, open to love, you're open to being emotional, then like attracts like. Okay? It's hard to manifest that. Trust me, it's hard. But once it's done, it's beautiful. You guys also have yin, okay, for your wisdom of the oracle, okay? So this is talking about, taking that step back and receiving, okay? Time to receive, Okay, you've done a lot of work. 7 of Pentacles, you're doing a lot of stuff. You're not seeing the rewards for it. So I think it's time for you to, have patience. Keep doing what you're doing, because the 7 of Pentacles is saying you're doing everything right. You just have to have a bit more patience and to wait for things to come to you. They still think you guys need to, do that soul searching, obviously, with the, in the present, you guys are trying to figure out exactly what you want, where your passions lie, what do you want within. But that's going to come to you. That's going to come to you. You have to research, you have to do all those things, but that's something internal. That's something you do within yourself. As far as external, just allow yourself to receive. Allow yourself to receive. Have the energy of what you want to receive, though. Okay? I think it's just pretty much giving you advice on how to manifest right now. Bring in how you feel. If you want love, you'll just crave more want. You'll create more want. You have to feel love to have love come to you. Okay? I know it's crazy, but hey, it works. All right, y'all. I'm not going to hold y'all up anymore. I'm sorry that everything's happening, and I know it's difficult. The 7 of Swords, when it comes up, we don't dodge stuff just out of malicious intent. Like I said before in the beginning, it's not malicious, which you guys, what we're doing as far as dodging stuff, it's not malicious. We're just trying to protect ourselves, and it's not easy going back. It's not easy, looking at the 3 of Swords and going, hey, this is what we had to deal with. But at the end of the day, it's going to be worth it, because we'll understand what we need. We'll understand our boundaries, and we'll understand our truth. So that way decisions in the future will be a little bit more clearer. It'll be a little more easier to make, and we'll understand what we truly want in our relationships, so we can manifest it. All right, Libra. I hope this reading helped in any way possible. And I hope you guys have a good Thanksgiving. Love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon.